Hi, everyone. Welcome to the monthly poetry workshops presentation. For those of you who are writing poetry and who seek publication, I am offering monthly workshops. I am Jennifer Mills Kerr, and I want to just introduce some of the details about what this workshop includes and what you will get out of it. So first, the basics. Right now, I'm offering 4 Fridays at 10 a.m. Pacific time for 1 hour. So that's 4 meetings once a week. You will share one poem per week for feedback. The class size is limited to 4 poets, so it's an intimate small group. You will send your poem via email on Wednesday to give us time to give you feedback on your work. And then during that time, you will critique 3 other poems by the time we meet on Friday. I think it's important for people to know who the workshop instructor, leader, facilitator is. I have been working with both adult and teenage writers for the past 20 years. I've taught community college, high school, and adult creative writing workshops. I have a background in art therapy with a certificate and a certificate with creativity coaching, as well as an MFA in creative writing. So I have both the personal, more coaching experience with the editorial publication experience. I'm a published fiction writer and poet. I'm now dedicated completely to poetry and writing and publishing my own poems. But most of all, I do this work because I love to do it. I'm excited to lead poets into greater creativity, inspiration, publication. If you want to read some of my published work, my website is on the screen, jennifermillskerrpoet.com. So why take this workshop? If you are ready to deepen your writing, I would love for you to join us. Would you like your poems to have greater impact? You would be learning both craft and practice type of techniques and strategies to keep yourself motivated, as well as how to improve your poems on the page. If you want to learn more about publication, whether that's in literary magazines or if you're working toward a collection, if you're eager to create a regular writing practice, you like to connect to other poets, since we're a small group, there's 4 poets and me, so you would have time to speak to one another and actually support one another in a friendly, positive learning environment. Um, if you'd like greater accountability, there is a deadline every week. It motivates poets, some poets in that way, to have that deadline so that they're producing regularly, creating regularly, and then receiving the feedback, which motivates them more for the next week. And then the overview. If you want to feel inspired, motivated, connected, that's really the goal of these critique groups. It's not, the critique is always done in a supportive, um, respectful way. We are a kind, thoughtful, and supportive group. So if you have had one of those awful experiences with, I'll just say it, mean people, I hope that you will give this group a chance, because I care deeply about how people are relating to each other and how they are supporting one another. I have testimonials on my website too, so you can see what other poets have had to say about me and my workshops. After taking this workshop, you will be able to revise your poems with greater confidence, provide meaningful critique to other poets, identify a range of poetic elements. We don't get too brainy or cerebral in this class, but it does come up with certain craft elements people are using in their writing that are effective. You'll also be practicing writing poems in different voices and forms. There might be ways that you stretch yourself. And that's really exciting to witness as a teacher, but also for you to try once you sort of get into the groove of being with supportive people. You'll also learn about the publication process. With understanding how it works, you'll feel more confident so that you will be able to publish your poems. There's the professional aspect of submitting work, and then there's the quality of your poetry. So in this workshop, I'm always looking at people's strengths. You know, a poet can be very, very strong in the narrative poem, whereas another poet does very, very well with experimental formats. So recognizing your strengths, learning what they are, so that you can get published by really capitalizing on those strengths in your work, developing those strengths, while also getting feedback in terms of where you are missing the mark and where you need to move into so that your poems really shine. Ways to connect with me if you're not ready to join a critique group, visit me on Substack. It's called Poetry Inspired, Wonderful Words by Wonderful Poets. I curate a poem every week and send it out to poet lovers, poetry lovers. And I mentioned my website. You can find more information. Specifically, you can read my published poems on that website. And then also, you can always attend an art-inspired generative workshop. Those are an hour long, and I give them on Sundays. It's not as much of a commitment. It's just 1 hour for a Sunday. You would pick which one you want, which would be best for you. And then you can sort of meet me that way and meet some of the people who are in my community. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that this gives you a good idea about me and if this workshop would be right for you. I look forward to meeting you. Thanks so much, everyone.